recovering after being shot in the French Quarter. Police say that this happened around 4:30 on Sunday morning at the intersection of Iberville and Royal. She was rushed to the hospital by EMS. No word on her condition this morning or a motive. A man accused in a shooting that killed a waiter outside a popular New Orleans restaurant will be in court this morning. Kyron Fazand is accused of killing Hilbert Walker III outside a Mandina's restaurant in 2023. He was booked on second-degree murder, attempted second-degree murder, and aggravated battery. That shooting took place while the Mid-City restaurant was open and had customers jumping to the floor for cover. A woman visiting from Chicago was injured by a stray bullet while she was dining inside. Fazand is expected in court at 9 a.m. And French Quarter businesses say that they are pursuing legal action now against the Sewage and Water Board. They say the construction on Decatur Street made a detrimental impact to their profits.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton. Comparing the cost of will, successions, and trusts.
A will might only be a few $100s, but your family could end up paying more in legal fees.
Trust costs more upfront, but saves time, stress, and potentially thousands.
Think of it as paying a little now to avoid a big bill later. Smart planning means big savings for your family. This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
Well, Saints of God, this is Pastor David Impartan Sr. coming to you over the airways of WBOK, your favorite host of Change Your Water, Change Your Mind. I want to invite you to our show every Saturday from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. That's Change Your Water, Change Your Mind. I want you to invite your family and friends to a broadcast that's designed to change your life, the way you think, the way you act, and what you eat. We want you to tune in every Saturday at 1 o'clock, WBOK, 12:30 a.m. See you on Saturday.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
And on the other side of the glass is Jared on this Movie Monday. Today is June 15th, and I want to wish a special happy birthday to one of our own, Eddie Francis. His birthday is today. So if you are friends with him on social media, send him a message or shout him out. Today is his birthday. It is Gemini season, and he's been pretty quiet, so give him some love. Give him some love. So I hope you all are having a good start to your Monday morning. Thank you for joining us here on the front porch. So come on over, grab yourself a comfortable chair, a mug or a tumbler of your favorite frosty or steamy adult beverage. Mind your manners, say good morning, and give us a call here, 504-582-9422. And we can be found on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We're located on the campus of Xavier University at the foot of the overpass on Norman C. Francis Parkway. So I hope y'all are having a wonderful start again to your day. It is Movie Monday. I'm going to check and see if we have some big giveaways or something this week. I'm going to double check in. I think I have somebody who I have to double check with. But I think we may have something for this Movie Monday. But good morning. This weekended, and I have to start learning to listen to my body, because after a certain point, my mind and my body conspire and say, no, we're not going to do these things that you agreed to. So I gotta get better on that. But this weekend was another Cool weekend in the city. Of course, we love picnics and barbecues and cookouts and boils, and all of those things are happening right now. I've been to my own share of things, but I can't make them all, and that's an unfortunate reality. But I cannot make them all, and eventually, I'm gonna start narrowing down the yeses that I have shared. That's a growth thing for me. So how y'all doing this morning? I see you all in the comments are coming in and saying good morning. Good morning, Miss Joyce. Good morning to Sean. Good morning to Charles Ferguson. And yeah, who else is chilling with us this morning on this movie Monday? Uh we did get a chance to have discussions about the events per day, and I'm super super excited about that. So when we get to the movies, everybody should be fully engaged because we took a whole lot of time to make sure that we got those situated. Now, I always recap the weekend, and you guys saw most of the weekend getting started with me, of course, here on the front porch. Last week was New Orleans Restaurant Week, and last week we turned it into Restaurant Week on the front porch. Again, another shout out and thank you to Jessica Johnson, to um, Arkesha Bakay, also to Larry Thompson, Mr. Shrimp, and then thank you to Lance Domino of Wild Turkey Nola. They took their time to come in and share with us what's been going on with their businesses. And again, it's not anti anybody else, it's pro us. Now is the time to start making sure that we are assuring our footing in our own communities. That does not mean that we're not spending with other places, but if you know of a service provided by Black people, especially Black people in your community, why not support them first? Why not support them first? The Great Equalizer should be arriving here after all of the things that we've seen taking place in government, in the judiciary platform, and places, things that are happening in law. There are a lot of things that are going on that need our attention. Now's the time to financially start supporting those businesses that definitely will secure a, what's the word I want to use, um, spaces that will respect us and where our dollars are spent. We indeed have to get ready for those things for sure. And that means like intentionality. We have to make sure that we are funding people for our businesses, that we are financially supporting people in our community who always give back to our communities. It's a long list of things that we need to do internally while also fighting things that are happening outside of our community. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Oh, okay, good. Look at this. Josh, is that R. Kelly? My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. What are you talking about, Josh? I don't know what you're saying. Lori, good morning. You had dinner at Wild Turkey on Friday. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Y'all are really a special community, and I appreciate you all making sure that we take care of ours first. With regard to the radio broadcast, is the FM station back up yet? I'm not sure, Lori. We're gonna double check on that. And then you said you heard that people still going to cages in Mantrue. Listen, let the people do what it is that they do. You can inform them and then keep it moving. It's still down, Lori. Yeah, you can ignore them people and then keep it moving. I have struggled with that, Josh. I'm gonna be quite honest with you because I'm looking at other people looking like me, needing the same support and or leaders and influencers to show that we need to commune our money and pool our money together. But unfortunately, everybody's not gonna make the same choices. That's disappointing to me, but it is what it is. I'm learning to make peace with that. And as Uncle Gray says, you build community with people who are working with you. And people who don't want to work with you, I mean, it's all good. It's all good. Would you say you was talking about how your body was hurting and how you need to listen to the signs? Listen, I need to also, and I was thinking about this on my way in this morning, that um I have some more work to do on myself where it relates to overcommitting. I I used to say no all the time. No, I'm not coming. No, I'm not gonna be there. No, 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 no. And now I say yes. I say yes, and also I say yes when I'm in a good mood, and when I it's time to show up to those things and get ready to go up to those things, go to those things. I don't, um, I don't always reschedule or decline. And I try to figure out a way to push through it and deal with it. And that's not always good, a good look for me. And that's not always good for other people because my patience is even more short when I'm tired or hungry. So this weekend, yeah, no, body kind of crashed on me and it's unfortunate. Now, what you talking about? What's happening? All right, Mark, I'm gonna save this until 10 o'clock. This you starting you taking shots real early. We're not gonna do that this morning. We're gonna start off nice and kind to our family members and then keep it moving. Good morning, Earl Swami Nelson. Good morning to Jackie Wilmore. And we're still checking on the sound on the radio because I guess there's some it's no. Tune in to us here online. WBOK1230.com should be up, and we're on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, and YouTube Live. So you can catch us in other places, even as we're having some technical difficulties. So that's that on that. But yeah, this weekend was a lot. This weekend was a lot of intermingling with other people. And I know y'all have heard me say this before. I love people. I don't like everybody. And this weekend was kind of a mix between the two. I enjoyed all the spaces that I went to. I enjoyed all the places I went. But after a while, my social battery runs out, and then I don't want to be around anybody. I want to go home. I want to go home. I try to stick things out as much as I can. But like I said, I have to start being a better steward of my own uh, exhaustion. That's more or less what it is. I want to go to all the stuff, but I'm having a physical difficulty in doing such a thing. But the things that I did go to this weekend were amazing. They were really, really good. After I left on Friday, I actually went and had lunch over at Wild Turkey Nola, and it was amazing. The experience was good, and then y'all know I'm always the happiest when I see my students, when I see my former kiddos, and I got to see one of them and talk to her and catch up with how her siblings are doing because I taught most of her siblings. So it was really cool to see her. But the food, the service was excellent. I had a wonderful time. And then Friday night, y'all know y'all can find me at the page at any point, but it's Pride Month. So I did stop in over there. CJ had a gig. That's the story of my life. Imari is dancing. That is also the story of my life. And now I'm gonna be dancing again. I got invited to by Imari to come and dance with her, and I kind of been laying low when it comes to dance. But I just talked to Miss A that we're gonna figure out an older adult way for me to still participate and dance more regularly because I have not um, been dancing as much lately. But definitely gonna get back into dancing. But I also, while I want to go to everything I'm invited to, at some point my body is like, "Girl, go to hell," and it literally did that on Saturday. Yeah, Earl, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, after a while, it's just like my body don't care. I care, but my body don't care. I'm not getting dressed. And I've only had my body shut down on me like maybe twice before. And you would think I would know not to do that, but alas, here we are. It is what it is. I'm gonna try to be a better steward of me because burning it at both ends of the candle and just constantly running is just it's not smart. It's not smart. And I know if I have friends who did that, I would be admonishing them. So there's that. It's unfortunate, but it is a reality. And like I said, I want to do better about that because been, um, I haven't been a good steward of me, not of my energy as of late. And I got to do a little better than that. But what y'all got going on? What is happening out there in Radio land? Anything important happened to y'all this weekend? And again, I will go over the things that I did over the weekend. I'm trying to gather myself because I really have to, like I said, start being a better steward of my person. I gotta do better. Lately, I have not been doing a very good job, and most places and most um, commitments I make, I've been doing a pretty decent job about making them. Just as of the last 3 weekends, I'm noticing like I'm burning out a lot faster than I should be. So my next goal is to, uh, while I want to say yes to people, start saying no. Start saying I'm not gonna be able to make it, and yeah, I want to, but the desire and the follow through ain't working the same right now. So I hope somebody who is thinking of how they need to take care of themselves are indeed hearing me. If this is a thing that you see in yourself that needs to be improved, by all means, jump in the line and work on it with us. Good morning, good morning. Let's see. The Duprees be doing a lot. We have a lot going on. And let's see, Jackie Wilmore. I stated last week Joseph S. Clark had been doing all alumni picnics since 2017. Actually, they've been doing the all alumni since 2009. Bulldogs were in full effect this weekend. I hope y'all had a good time. I did. I was at City Park this weekend. I did see some of the setups, but I had a whole different picnic that I had to go to, so I didn't crash. But it looks like it was well attended and the time was had by all. So I hope that you all had a wonderful time out um, at the all class picnic with for Joseph Samuel Clark High School. Go Bulldogs for sure. What else is going on? Hey Cam, what's going on? Shut up, Josh. I know where Crimson and Gray resides. I don't have any family members. Nope, I'm lying. I do have two family members that went to Clark. They graduated, I think, in the 80s. Everybody else either went to 35, John Mack, or Booker T. Washington. We have a few sprinkled around, a couple of private schools, but yeah, we're definitely a public school family overall. Overall, for sure. Houston is gearing up for Juneteenth. New Orleans is gearing up for Juneteenth. We do something for Juneteenth every year. And every year, as far as I can remember, we've done some sort of Juneteenth um, celebration. Mm, I know that all schools don't celebrate uh, holidays that tend to not be white, but the black people on a whole should be knowing about black people stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna walk away from that right now. Josh, look at me choosing to be an adult. Uh, but yeah, you got a heater on in Australia. Like, what does the temperature go like in Australia? It's hot. Y'all are like down under. Y'all, that doesn't mean hot. What is going on? Let's see. Your ex-wife is a bulldog. I don't know if you all are from men. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Dr. Denise McLean. Yeah, I think that's what she's going by. She is an oncologist here in the city of New Orleans, and she is a graduate of of Joseph S. Clark, and she's also she was a homecoming queen. I want to say her senior year. So yeah, I know a bit about Joseph S. Clark. Y'all know about how Joseph S. Clark and Southern University in Baton Rouge are linked. We should be having some conversations about that. Cam, you said a mouthful. You said too many of us don't know about black people stuff. And I do have something to share about us knowing black people stuff. Hang on a second. Jared, I was supposed to send this to you in addition to what I sent you this morning, but there's another one I'm getting ready to send you right now because Cam, you really, really triggered my memory. Like when they say people with ADHD are sleeper cells, they are not joking. You just need to say the right words. And then just like that, we know all of the things. We remember all of the things. Let's see. Jackie said, I dined for lunch on Saturday at Lil Dizzy's. I had the special stuffed shrimp with crab meat. Delicious. Some of my classmates dined at South Shore Harbor on Sunday. That is wonderful, Jackie Wilmore. I love everything about the fact that high schools here in the city are taking this time to reclaim their alum and also to galvanize their alum to support the students at the school. Like legacy and generations and traditions can't be held if we don't have anybody to pass them along to. And I know it looks different from when you went to high school and what was allowed and what wasn't, but take some time to hear what the schools are doing and um, how you can best support kids and also making sure that the requirements are met. I know a lot of people don't love the changes that have happened at their schools, but you can participate and also get involved um, and get involved to lead some things different ways for sure. Indeed. So that's just uh my 2 cents about what's been going on. And see, Earl said, okay, well that was pretty nice. Earl said his ex-wife was a bulldog, and Josh said that she was your best wife too. And Earl said she really was. I was the reason for the divorce, and I take full responsibility of my actions. Screenshot that somebody. Screenshot that somebody. I appreciate that. Cause you know what? At the end of the day, whether whatever you identify as black, white, Hispanic, male, female, trans, non-binary, whatever the case is, owning what you do is important. And I tip my hat to you, sir, Earl. Yeah, I appreciate that. I have caused and been the cause of more arguments and disagreements, and not even because I was arguing it. It's just because I didn't like how something was said. That's my thing. That's not anybody else's thing. But owning what you do is half the battle, and I appreciate you sharing and owning your part. Josh said, your debit card was hot this weekend, huh, Miss Jackie? Listen, New Orleans is a place that you literally kind of have to stay inside if you want to not spend money. Not saying we don't have free stuff to go to, but once you get to say three free stuff or free events, you're gonna have to pay for food once you get there. So yeah, you probably need a little side hustle, or I probably need a little side hustle to continue to eat like I do. But yeah, you really not going to many places here in the city without paying for it, unless you're going to a park. Are you going to sit by some water? That's free. You can go sit on the lake, sit by the river, sit Yeah, parks, rivers, lakes, bodies of water. If they have some other um, conservation areas, those are usually free. So yeah, but if you're going to eat, you want some liquor, it's going to cost you. Yes, Jackie, you were spending your money with us first and foremost. Thank you, and thank you. And I don't know if anybody got a chance to go stop at Justini's, but there's going to be a collaboration. Well, there was a collaboration announced between Justice Huckabucks and Justini's. So it's a lot of stuff that's going on here in the city, a lot of stuff that's available to you here in the city. We'll get into some national news a little bit later. But when we're talking about Cam said stories and information, Jared, you got that clip up with Booker about things that we don't know about Black history. This particular clip is one that we need to sit with for a little bit, and we'll go to break after this clip plays.
Information is factual information presented in an incorrect context. And I want to talk about the Montgomery, Alabama bus boycott. If you went to an American school, you were likely taught that in Montgomery, Alabama in 1955, the buses were segregated. And then one day, Rosa Parks got on the bus and she said, "My feet are tired, I'm not getting up." And then she got arrested. And how they tell it is that then the civil rights movement suddenly began. And the boycott began out of nowhere. And then suddenly the Supreme Court desegregated busing. And all of that is malinformation. You don't get told that 10 years before this, Rosa Parks was sent as secretary of the Montgomery NAACP chapter to go investigate the gang rape of Reese Taylor, whose sexual assault by 6 white men who had kidnapped her and would never face conviction caused protests across the country. You don't hear about the Women's Political Council who educated the community and kept them civically engaged throughout the boycott. You don't hear about the way that the Black churches purchased shoes for people because now they had to walk during the boycott. You don't hear about Georgia Gilmore, who created Club From Nowhere of Black women who sold fried chicken sandwiches, and they fundraised to fund the carpooling system. You don't hear about Claudette Colvin, who was arrested months before Rosa. But what you don't know is that Claudette was one of the 4 plaintiffs listed in the case of Browder versus Gale, the Supreme Court case that ultimately desegregated busing. Instead, you hear about a magical singular moment with a magical singular person who did one thing one time and then everything changed like that. But that's not how movements are made. They are made from little actions and steps from many people working together towards something over a long period of time. People who lived through the civil rights movement, and I think about them, imagining something you've never seen before and putting your life on the line for it, sometimes losing your life for it. At that time, we'd never seen a Black Supreme Court justice. And then we got Justice Thurgood Marshall. We had never seen a Black woman Supreme Court justice. And then, right, imagine never seeing a Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, but believing in a Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. That's the resilience we need to build.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Today is a WDSU first warning weather alert day. A flood watch is in effect for the North Shore through Wednesday morning. Across southeast Louisiana and Mississippi, we could see 3 to 6 inches, with some spots possibly seeing more than 10 inches, which is the worst case scenario. Temperatures expected to be 86 to 91 today and the mid 80s on Tuesday. Rain chances lessen by the end of the week. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Reshaw.
New Orleans, are you ready for a voice that says what you're thinking? Who that, you might ask? Arrington Gavin. That's right, I'm your guy, host of the Arrington Gavin Show, giving you so much filled with bold opinions, real conversations, and zero sugarcoating. We're going to be diving into the issues that matter: politics, pop culture, and all the above, unfiltered and unafraid. Catch the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Fridays, right here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
Did you hear the news? Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom has a new time. Catch us now every Wednesday at noon. Same program, same great conversations. Just a new time. So catch Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom this Wednesday and every Wednesday only on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
This is Andronika Morris, host of Put Housing First. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary, what's needed to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down deep onto the issues that affect all of us.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. It is Movie Monday, and we'll get to that at some point or another. But I hope y'all had a good listen to Elizabeth Booker and her talking about how the civil rights movement began versus what's been told to us. Now, as a listening audience and also here as a host, we've been blessed to hear the actions and the history from the mouths of the people who made the history. That is important because as much as we've been told, you know, slavery was X amount of years ago, get over it. Hey, civil rights was this amount of years ago, get over it. The people who made the history are still here. They're still with us. And in addition to that, the people who made the laws and the people who had to be forced to make amends with the laws are still in office, some of them. So what does that mean for us? It means that we need to, one, make sure we're registered to vote, two, show up to vote. And then people who will constantly tell you things like, oh, your vote doesn't matter, telling people to go to Hell. Mm-hmm. All the way. Because those people are the same ones that get in the way of progress every time. I don't know what the joy that they get from that, but they do get something from telling people that their vote does not count. And what we have seen time and time again, it matters largely, especially now that we're seeing that the people who didn't show up are being impacted the most. Yeah, it matters. It matters. And we've got to get to the point where we see people saying things, and I'm saying this to me too, that are counterproductive to our actions and what it is that we want to see accomplished, and start ignoring those people. I'm saying that again to me too, because I do honestly want everybody who looks like me to go forward. The reality of it is everybody don't want to, and since they don't want to, they don't have to. But also, we get to say you can't come and join us once we have gotten our footing. Once we have gotten solid, like a solid step in moving forward. Stay over by the people who you feel comfortable with. Yes, I'm willing to have the conversation, but no, I'm still going to send you back over to the people that you prefer to be with. Not mad, just not messing with you. There's a difference. So for sure, uh, I'm not even entertaining y'all with that foolishness. That girl looks a mess and y'all know it. The number here is 504-582-9422. There are some other things that I want to talk about that went on in social media and also in the news. But I kind of want to keep this area and this particular piece open. I don't want to start off too heavy and too hard because why? I had a good weekend. I had a really good weekend, and I want to continue on with the vibes that I still have from this weekend. But yeah, we got some work to do. We got some people to tap on the shoulder and let them clearly say, I don't want to join you. And when they say that, let them be on their way. Okay? Like the people who, never mind. Never mind. We're going to take this break, though. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm trying. I'm doing better.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Esther Dillard with BIN News Now. President Trump is announcing an agreement with Iran is now complete. In a post on Truth Social, President Trump said he was authorizing the immediate removal of the U.S. naval blockade, that the Strait of Hormuz will now be open, and Iran will be getting rid of its nuclear program. Black Democratic House Leader Hakeem Jeffries told NBC's Meet the Press a prior agreement by President Obama in the past had been sufficient.
And the question that the American people are understandably asking is, how has this in any way made things better? Gas prices are through the roof.
A federal judge is giving the Trump administration 3 weeks to reinstall exhibits and signs on topics like slavery that it had removed from parks and monuments nationwide. And the University of Baltimore has announced that its president, Kirk Schmoke, who was Baltimore's first elected black mayor, will retire next year. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. That was Wildflower. I haven't heard that song in I don't know how long. I heard a lot as a child, so it's okay if I never hear it again. We're gonna get to the lines really quickly, and then I have some information for those of y'all who are in the area. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Brother Mims.
Hey, I'm not going to hold you long. I want people to know that my brother, Billy Mims, one of the Mystics, the New Orleans Mystics singing group, passed away. He collapsed on the stage at Rock and Bowl, and he passed away.
And who was this again?
Billy Mims.
Billy Mims? Okay.
Billy Mims. That's my baby brother. He was a member of the New Orleans Mystic, the singing group, and he was at Rock and Bowl singing, and he collapsed, and he passed later on.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted his fans to know, that they've been singing since we were young, and he passed away. Billy Mims is New Orleans Mystic.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that.
All right, sister.
All right,
Love you
have
much.
a good one. Talk to you later.
All right.
What up, Josh?
What's happening?
Wow, what's going on?
Chilling.
So what you up to?
Man, listen, Big Earl, y'all trying to make Big Earl cry.
Not
The
make
man
him
already
cry.
told you that. The man already told you he don't have his ex-wife no more because it's fault. Then you won't play that song there. Y'all trying to make Big Earl cry.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Don't listen to radio, Big Earl. Go do something while they go to commercial.
Nobody else was doing that.
Hey, I'm putting the pieces together for the man. The man lose something that was dear to him. It's hard to get over a loss of a bulldog, especially when it's your fault. Do you want to play that song? I'm here for you, Big Earl, bro. Whatever you need, man.
From the feedback that you've gotten, even though you didn't attend, how was it? What was the feeling about it all over the weekend?
I thought it sounded like it was pretty cool to me. They always have fun.
Okay.
So, and I think Clark was the one that started this whole alumni picnic thing, but we ain't gonna go there because y'all ain't gonna never give us no credit. Y'all ain't giving no credit, but it's cool. We don't never get credit. We always the forgotten 7-ward school.
Wait, what?
We always the forgotten 7-ward school. See, look, you didn't even know it was from 7 Ward.
Wait, I didn't know what was from the 7th Ward.
Clark.
Who?
Clark. From the 7 Ward. What you not put in your hearing aid on the Papadopoulos?
No, I couldn't hear you for real because the speakers, we were trying to figure it out. But you said Clark was what?
The forgotten 7 Ward school.
It's in the 6th Ward.
It's 7 Ward.
Is it?
Y'all 6 Ward.
Is
we
it?
Cross Claiborne.
No, we used
the
to be
7
the
Ward.
6th Ward. We the 7th Ward now.
Y'all 6 Ward. Y'all more 6 Ward than us. Way more 6
Not
Ward.
Anymore, Josh.
I'm not doing this with you, Kimber.
Josh, our school
you guys
resides
always detaching
at
yourselves.
4000 Ron Eagle Way, located
6 Ward.
in the 7th Ward. By
6
Phillips
Ward.
Junior High, that is the 7th Ward, sir.
6 Ward. 6 Ward.
You
guys
don't know
are so
what you're
tricky.
talking about. Now, the one that was on 1331 Kellerick, yes.
No.
Definitely.
All of it trim me. Y'all trim me. Stop this.
Okay.
We were the 7 Ward started.
You
But
know the
cool, though.
Tremaine
We'll
crosses
take
the
that.
6th and the 7th Ward, right?
Mm-mm.
It does. It really
I don't know
does.
what you're talking about. Now, when I was growing up there, trim me was 6 Ward all day long. When I grew up in New Orleans, 6 Ward, trim me all day long.
When you're on the, what is that? On the opposite side of St. Bernard, that's the 6th, ain't it?
No.
Where Claiborne and St. Bernard, that don't divide where the 6th start and 7th Ward stop?
Mm-mm.
Josh,
I think it stopped at
doing. Nah,
35.
you talking about somebody not doing this with you? I ain't doing this with you.
I think it stopped at 35. I think it stopped at 35. So we had a blast. Jackie Wilmore had fun. Her debit card had lost some paint because she done swiped it so much. She put back into the hood. That's all right, Jackie. You all right with me.
You're so
Ma went waste his money on watching the Shanti. Shanti can't sing nothing.
Poor baby, she can't
Shanti,
sing.
like,
She can't
we play
sing.
games like,
she used
we
to
play
be cute.
games.
I used to
She
think
never
she
could.
was cute, but she a little much now.
She karaoke all day. Karaoke all day. But we play games like we'll say who from what school they went to. Like Ashanti, you gotta say Ashanti probably went either to read a 35.
Read or 35?
Yeah, I would put Ashanti in the read a 35.
That's definitely different looks, sir. No
I don't know. I'm telling you, like Genuine St. Aug all day.
Oh, that's cold. No, Genuine went
That's
to
St. Aug. Oh, Genuine St. Aug all
he
day.
went to Rob Wayne.
Rob, don't do that. Don't do that. Fantasia went to Rob Wayne.
He didn't go to St. Aug.
No.
No.
There was no dudes at Rob Wayne.
He went where in Rob Wayne?
No, I said there wasn't dudes that went to Rob Wayne.
Yes,
I think.
there were. What are you talking about? I know
If
somebody
anybody,
who
Big
graduated
Frida
in
went to
class of
Rob Wayne.
92 as a male.
Big Frida went to Rob Wayne.
No, Big Frida went to Cohen.
Okay. Well, I don't know no dudes that go to Rob Wayne. I never met that one dude going to Rob Wayne. I'm just talking about as far as entertainers. What school they most likely fit.
Oh, okay. But Shantae
So they would do that.
Reed or 35.
I think Shantae Reed at 35. Cute face,
Put
no
her at
talent.
Kennedy.
Nah, Kennedy? No.
Yeah.
Could be a little bit. Could be.
Yeah.
Fantasia with the
put
nickel.
her at Kennedy.
We gonna
If she
say
didn't go to
Fantasia.
Kennedy, she definitely went to Cabrini.
No, not Cabrini.
Yes, Cabrini.
No, that
She was the black girl
Beyonce
with a bunch
with
of
the
white
Cabrini.
girls that used to give them the
No.
vernacular from the hood.
No, Beyonce with the Cabrini.
No,
She went to
Beyonce
Cabrini.
did not go to Cabrini.
Yes, Cabrini or
Beyonce
Ursuline.
was homeschooled.
No, she could never be homeschooled in New Orleans.
Yeah, she was homeschooled.
Mm-mm.
Her
She
parents,
West
they
Bay.
have time,
She
they
from
won't be
she from
bothered.
Car.
You just take your school.
Beyonce probably went to Car.
Car.
Yeah,
I
Beyonce
put
probably went to Car
Beyonce
too.
at St. Mary's and Xavier Prep before I put her at Car.
St. Mary's?
Yes.
No,
Remember, St. Mary's is a 90s baby.
I know, but I don't know. I don't know if she went to St. Mary's though.
St. Mary's in Xavier Prep in the 80s and 90s was that was the place that you could go. That was cool. The school was dope.
I don't know about that. Beyonce, no, I don't know. I know Jodeci probably went to some uptown school, probably Fauché. Well, I think Devontae and Delvin probably went to Warren Easton. But then JoJo and KC, they was shipped around they kept fighting every high school uptown. So they probably went to all the high schools uptown till they dropped out.
Okay.
I could see that happening.
I don't know. I guess. Yes.
Maxwell definitely say no too.
Maxwell?
Yeah, Maxwell definitely.
Maxwell went to Brother Martin.
No, he can't be that cool.
What?
No. Brother Martin dudes ain't cool like that.
No, but they don't necessarily have their coolness when they're in high school. They grow into it. So
that'd be a hard pass.
He went to Brother Martin.
Bars and Men definitely went to St. Aug. Or Kennedy. One or the other.
Let's split them up. Half go one way, half go the other.
Well, of course you want to split them up because you just want to keep the person you had an affair with your husband on out of the loop.
Again.
That's all that is. You cheated on your husband.
No, I did not.
Care what you said. You took that role.
I took all three of them.
Oh, it's a menage a trois then. You cheated with all three roses?
1, 2,
You wildin'.
and 3. Yes.
You
all
wildin'.
3.
You wildin'. Nah. You wildin'. So no, you cheated. You don't want to take that L, but you did it. And that man owe you a cheat back.
No, whatever.
You got to bring in to Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson in Japan right now.
I'm sick of her right now.
Why? What Janet did you? That's your girl.
She is my girl. She's a fellow Taurus and everything. But when when during election time they asked her about Kamala Harris. Isn't she?
Oh yeah.
But is she black? Girl, go to hell. Yeah, so I'm
And
good.
that got to be the wrong person to question anyone blackness, right?
Period. In general, we need to stop asking entertainers for information about things that we pay other people to do. But still,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's who our leaders, our communities are.
Boo.
That's our leaders.
Yes.
So we got to refer to them because they moved the needle on us, I guess. Apparently,
I ain't gonna be able to sign on to that one.
We don't have anyone of intellectual prowess.
We do.
To ask these
we
questions.
do. We
No,
just
we
need
don't.
to activate it. I gotta get
Why they don't never ask them?
I gotta get this call. Here, I'm gonna call you back.
All right. How you gonna call me back? You throw it off. You sleepy.
Everybody, we have your number, Josh. Goodbye. And with that, guys, I want to welcome to the front porch Rashawn from Kinfolk Coffee, who has been gracious enough to not only wait, but also call while she's on vacation. Good morning, Rashawn. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's good to hear your voice, even though I won't see you today. But I'm going today. I meant to go last week, but my days are running together, but I'm going to get there today for sure.
Yes, yes. You will definitely enjoy it. So, well, it's a vibe over there, Kinfolk.
It is. So before we go too far, I'm going to give a heads up to our listening audience about during Mardi Gras when we had this lavender tea.
Yes.
It was so good, and we talked about it on air, and we were like, yes, we would like more of these, please. All of this took place at Kinfolk Coffee, which is located inside of Maroon Workspace. All of this is located on St. Charles Avenue.
Yes.
That said, before we talk too much about what Red Bean Monday is, tell our listening audience a bit about who you are and how Kinfolk came to be.
So, well, I'm Rashawn Harris, and I am actually the owner of Next Gen PR Group, which is a social media marketing and branding company. And Jade and I were working together to do social media and just digital presence for Maroon to enhance the footprint. And then we got to working together, and we just jammed so well. And she was like, Rashawn, I really want to bring an amenity to our members. She's like, I really want to do like a coffee shop concept, which was actually perfect because in our general area, there are not really any coffee shops walkable in that block. And so I was like, well, let's roll. And we rolled. We talked about it in November. By January, we were purchasing machines and meeting with the vendors and all that. It all happened so fast, and it was actually perfect timing because Mardi Gras came about. And we host Mardi Gras at Maroon. So it's the perfect time to kind of get a feel from the people to see, like, what do y'all like? Like, we had no idea. When I made that lavender tea for y'all, that was just, I was freestyling. I'm like, let me see, what this is. And so it was just a perfect time to kind of get with the community and kind of see what they were looking for and see what they like. And we've just been growing ever since. And so we've now expanded our hours because we were doing Monday through Friday, 8 to 2. Now we're going to do Monday through Saturday because the people asked for Saturday. And so last Saturday was our first Saturday open. And I was like, okay, Saturday's a thing now. And so we just been going ever since. So Kinfolk Coffee is officially open. And we've been feeling the love. We have been really feeling the love from everybody. Our neighbors are super nice. They're like, we've been waiting for a coffee shop we could walk to. And I always say they come for the coffee and they stay for the playlist. They stay for the vibe.
It is a vibe. It is definitely a vibe. Now, coffee shop seems to be like a thing, like in general, because it becomes a workspace. It's not just a coffee house.
Yeah, yep. And so now, we have two sides to Maroon. So Kinfolk is on 1208 St. Charles with the red door. And then we have Maroon Workspace where people can enter in, like members and people that, rent out the space for events at 1206 St. Charles. However, if you come in and you purchase a coffee and you just want to kind of hang out and that coffee shop side is kind of popping, you are more than welcome to walk around to the other side and enjoy the space. We really want to be like that community hub. We want to be like that clubhouse, where people could come, network, meet other people. Because, we have a barbershop inside of there.
Yes.
We have Kiki Barnes, who's over the HBCU conference. We have Jade in there that's an attorney that can help you with estate planning and wills. So we just want people to come in and just enjoy and vibe with us. And so there is, come in and enjoy the space.
Now, Red Bean Monday. I got to
Yes.
sit in. I haven't been back since. I'm sad that I haven't. So I'm going to make it my business to make it there today. How did that idea come about? What was the thought behind that?
Well, we are just so New Orleans, girl, and our thing is we just wanted to provide something like we're all about just giving back to the community, and that was part of our that's just part of one of our pillars of we want to give back, and what better way than to feed people, right?
Right.
Feed people, have them come in. We have our neighbors who we just sometimes they're just looking for a meal, they're just looking for something, and we have a really good partnership with the woman who caters for us, Miss Tracy. She did a lot of our Mardi Gras catering.
Okay.
And when you go there and taste those beans today, you gonna see. The premise of it was just to give people an opportunity to come in, see the space, get a good meal, fellowship. And we just like to provide, that little extra love. We like to love on our people, and so we're better through their stomachs, right?
Absolutely. Now, being able to participate in the Red Bean Monday, what's the cost for that?
Oh, it's no cost. It's free. You come in, we fix you a plate, you sit down, and it's no purchase required. So if you just coming in for red beans and you want to dip out, that's fine. But if you want to come and get you some red beans, get you a little lemonade, because we now have lemonade at the coffee shop, or some water or whatever, you're more than welcome. But no, it's no cost. That is just a part of our give back to the community. So come in and get you a plate.
Absolutely. Go and get your plate and stay for the conversation, because right now I know we are navigating a whole lot of difficult ideas as it relates to business, parenting, and just what's going on in politics. And a lot of people are afraid and just are not sure what to do next.
Yeah. And it's and Red Bean Monday starts, it's every Monday from 12 to 2:30. So come anytime between then. We tell you, bring your own chicken. Now we got the beans, but bring your own chicken. We got the beans and we got the conversations, because that we have had. You've come in there. It wasn't on Red Bean Monday, I don't think, but
it was.
You came in there. We had some deep conversations.
We did,
and
like
so
I said, that's the opportunity for us
we are any given day. You just never know who's gonna stop in. At Maroon and Kinfolk, who will be there. And so it's a treat for us to meet all the people and expose them to our space, but it's also a treat for those that come in, because they just never know who they're going to see there.
Absolutely. Rashawn, thank you so much for giving us a call. Let our listeners know where they can find Kinfolk Coffee on the socials, the website, and then the hours of operation.
So you can find us at Kinfolk Coffee on Instagram. We are at 1208 St. Charles Avenue. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 to 2, and then on Saturdays from 9 to 2. And our website is linked in our bio on our Instagram, and in there, because now we also do coffee catering. And so you can, if you're a small business or you're hosting something, you can click the link in our bio and you can order some coffee online. So we hope to see you guys soon. It's Kinfolk _ coffee on Instagram.
Kinfolk _ coffee. Meet me today for Red Bean Monday, and then we'll figure it out from there. Rashawn, thank you so much for calling us, and we'll set up another time for you to come and revisit, because we really got to talk about this lavender tea. We got people in the comments saying, "Ooh, lavender tea!" Yes.
I'm coming. When I come, I'm gonna bring y'all something. We'll just let me know how many I need to bring with me, and I got y'all.
Absolutely. Well, you enjoy the rest of your time, and we'll talk to you later. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to The Front Porch here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
That's right. It's party time each and every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on WBOK. It's the Throwback Throwdown with DJ Wick as he brings you the best in old school from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the early 2Ks. Plus, the party goes to another level at 9 p.m. with the Throwback Throwdown Party Mix to round out the night. It's the Throwback Throwdown Sunday nights at 7 p.m. on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Kubel, and here are your headlines for you. This morning, a woman is recovering after being shot in the French Quarter. Police say that this happened around 4:30 on Sunday morning at the intersection of Iberville and Royal. She was rushed to the hospital by EMS. No word on her condition this morning or a motive. A man accused in a shooting that killed a waiter outside a popular New Orleans restaurant will be in court this morning. Kyron Fazand is accused of killing Hilbert Walker III outside a Mandina's restaurant in 2023. He was booked on second-degree murder, attempted second-degree murder, and aggravated battery. That shooting took place while the Mid-City restaurant was open and had customers jumping to the floor for cover. A woman visiting from Chicago was injured by a stray bullet while she was dining inside. Fazand is expected in court at 9 a.m. And French Quarter businesses say that they are pursuing legal action now against the Sewage and Water Board. They say the construction on Decatur Street made a detrimental impact to their profits. According to
AURN News. Things continue to get worse for the nation's economy after inflation hit a 3-year high this week. New numbers from the Department of Labor show the Consumer Price Index rose 0.5% in May. That follows a 0.6% increase in April. Energy costs continued to surge, rising 3.9% in May alone. Over the past year, energy prices are up more than 23%, while gasoline prices have increased more than 40%. Food prices also moved higher, rising 0.2% during the month. The latest figures come as many Americans continue to struggle with rising costs for necessities. During an Oval Office appearance Wednesday, President Trump told reporters, quote, "I love the inflation." He also said that once the war with Iran ends, inflation is, quote, "going to come down like a rock." For AURN News, I'm Jamie Jackson.
Life has a way of shifting priorities, changing needs, and pivoting plans. Home Bank is there for all of them. Their bankers partner with you for every step along the way, from understanding your needs to celebrating your success. Home Bank is invested in the vibrant spirit of our community and in you. So partner with them. Stop on by any banking center in the greater New Orleans area or visit home24bank.com to get started today. Good for business, good for life. Home Bank, a member of the FDIC.
Transform your bathroom with the beautiful quality of Bath Planet. As a trusted leader in bathroom renovation, Bath Planet has earned the Good Housekeeping seal, a symbol of quality and consumer confidence for over 100 years. Get half off installation or 18 months with no interest and no payments. Whether it's tub replacement, a shower replacement, or a tub-to-shower conversion, Bath Planet makes your custom bath fast, easy, and affordable. Here's how it works. 1. Call to schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. 2. Our design experts come to you with real samples to customize your dream bath. 3. Our certified installers complete the transformation in as little as 1 day. And right now, for a limited time, you can upgrade your bathroom for 50% off installation or choose 18 months with no interest and no payments. But you need to call now. This special offer is only available by calling 800-981-8177. That's 800-981-8177. Call 800-981-8177 right now before the offer ends.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. 504-582-9422. Hello, Pam.
Good morning, Kimba. I'm glad you enjoyed your weekend. So did we.
Yay! What'd you do? What'd you do?
We went and we took the grandbabies out for lunch and then to the movies.
Ah. What'd you see at the movies?
We saw Scary.
Scary movie?
Yeah.
How old is the baby that you took to see Scary movie?
17 and 13.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, they're fine.
With parental guidance, but it wasn't all what it was cracked up to be to me.
They all were silly.
Yeah.
And not really like smart silly, kind of like slipping on a banana peel funny.
Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
I that's all right. I told them they seem to enjoy themselves, and that's a good thing. But I told them next time we're gonna try to pick something else.
There are a couple of movies that are out right now. I know Jared said that he saw like 2 movies recently. One you saw them both at the theater. Yeah, one sounded interesting. The other one was like, man. What movies? Don't say which one was which, but which movies did you see? Hey, Jared will tell you which movies he saw.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you, baby.
All right, I saw The Backrooms, and the
My
other one is
granddaughter saw
Obsession.
that.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Obsession.
Okay, I want to see that. Which one is that? Is it Steven Spielberg? Oak Road or Oak Street or something like that?
I don't know. What's the name of it? I don't even know what's at the theater anymore. I don't even care to go to the theater anymore, and I feel bad saying that, but I don't. I don't. Sinners, I think, was the last movie I went to see.
Yeah, that was the last one I had saw before we saw this one. But I'm not a big go to the movies type of person, but when I want to spending some time with the kids, and that's what they want to do, I'll do something like that. But it was about 10 people in there.
In the
I should have
theater?
went and saw Michael. Yeah, I should have went and saw Michael. I guess still want to see Michael.
Yeah, I want to see Michael, but not enough to go to the theater.
You're gonna wait till it comes out and you can watch it on TV.
And I feel so bad saying that out loud, but yeah, that's how I feel.
And you know what I do?
What's that?
Me and the kids, we have it down packed. This is what we do. We go to Dollar General. I take my big purse, and we load up with all the little different treats they like that they get have to pay $9, $10 at the movie. Do everything, baby. My purse be loaded, and they be so happy. I said, you can get 3 things each that you really like, 3 things each. And they pick their little 3 things. I get my little sugar-free stuff and my bag of popcorn. When I get to the movies, I get their butter on top of my popcorn. I sure do. And I'm not ashamed to say it. Saving me some money. I can spend that money on my grandkids.
Yeah. Yeah, you
know
got
what
a point.
I'm saying?
You definitely got a point.
I also would like to send out Brother Mims, I'm so sorry for your loss, and I'd like to send condolences, love, and prayers for you and your family, and may God hold you and keep you tight through this trying time. God bless you and love you.
Amen.
Okay, baby, and I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye.
Yes, good God. The world is moving and changing so quickly. It's hard to keep up with all of the things that are happening. And there are some topics that I'm sure need to be discussed that I'm not prepared to venture off into. Death, y'all know, I'm real odd about it. And yeah, I'm gonna leave that there because if I keep talking, it's gonna be a whole different situation. But whew, uh, Paul says not too much lavender. I love hibiscus. Hibiscus is the best tea. It's also good for you. I like hibiscus, but it tends to be too sweet. The ones that I've had, even with not like a whole like sugar added, it tends to be a little more sweet flower than I particularly like. Um, yeah, but I like tea a lot. Green tea is one of my favorites with some lemon and sugar. Yeah, really good stuff. 504-582-9422. And of course, it is still Movie Monday. We'll get started with the movies pretty shortly. I hope that I'm able to be heard a lot better now. If you're still having some issues hearing me, please let me know. Or let Jared know. 504-582-9422. We got two mics working right now. Two. If it's still a difficulty to hear the voice, hear my voice, let me know. And the number here is 504-582-9422. There have been like over the weekend, I didn't get too far into all of the things that I did, but I told you where I had lunch at on Friday, and then Friday night CJ had a performance, but he wasn't at Crescent City Brew House. He had a private party uptown. Very nice, very well attended. It was pretty dope to see him and the rest of the musicians that he plays with. Saturday was a busy day for everybody, but I went to two events, and after the second one, I couldn't go to anything else. I made it to the Alpha Picnic. I made it to a portion of the Pride Parade, and I was supposed to take a nap and then go to really three additional places on Saturday. Never made it. Never made it. My body said, no, ma'am, that's enough of that. Go lay down and stay down. And I did. I did. So again, like I said at the beginning of the show, I got to do a better job of managing my social battery, because when I'm tired, I don't want to talk, don't want to be around people. And when I know I'm in that kind of mood, I try to stay away from people because, yeah, I don't have good behavior. And not because I don't have the desires, just because I'm tired. I can't go anymore, and it's time for me to go home. But yesterday, I literally stayed in the bed all day, kind of trying to figure out what and how I was going to manage this week. So far, so good. I've made all the appointments thus far, and hopefully things will continue on smoothly. But let's consider still perimenopause. Flashes are coming more frequently, and yeah, it's an adventure. It's an adventure. Often I feel like I need a chaperone. For sure. I do. I really do feel like I need a chaperone sometimes. What other things have been going on here in the city, or some things that you guys are interested in talking about? I want to speak about the gentleman, the young man, the legal child, Carmelo. And I couldn't do it last week. And I'm just going to touch upon this for now. As a 19-year-old, and I said he's an older child. I mean, yes, he's an adult legally, but I mean, he's still a kid. And he's been sentenced to 35 years in prison for stabbing Austin Metcalf at a track meet in Frisco. I don't think he's going to serve that entire sentence. Let me start there, because the sentence time, in my opinion, I'm not an attorney, I'm not a paralegal, I'm not any of those things. But what I know, the little bit I know, as the law is concerned, this was overkill for him. And my idea and my feelings about the case remain the same. Keep your hands off of people. Keep your hands off of people because you don't know what the reaction is going to be. And then you and your twin, because I think a lot of people forget, like there was another person that was with Austin, were fighting one person. And the best thing to do to get somebody off of you is to figure out what you can do to harm them to get away. Yeah, I don't have any disagreement with his actions. And also, if it's two people versus the one and one happens to die, maybe the next time two people will keep their hands off of people and stay out of people's spaces. What if Austin was my kid? I would be upset that my child lost his life. But I'd also be looking at the actions of my child and reflecting at myself and why my kid thought it was cool to go assault someone because they wanted to take authority over a tent. I have a 20-year-old son, black son. Instances like this make me very anxious. That daddy did a good job of pretending as if he wanted to have peace after the event. But then he circled back around with watermelon felon. And when I say white people, I mean all white people. Until you show and prove that you are safe to women and to black people, the people of color stuff right now, everybody is on their own. Asians, I know y'all are having some difficulty because the black people not coming to your businesses. Y'all are on your own. Latinos, y'all just trying to fight with everybody now because you won't admit that you made a poor choice and that has negatively affected you. So, yeah. Exactly, Pam. The boy who passed was the aggressor, but he brought him and his brother over to assault somebody because they felt like they had the right to say who stays and who goes underneath the tent at a track meet. Again, when I say all white people, I mean it. And some of us want to be in community with white people who don't mean you no good so bad. It's ridiculous. It is really strange to me. I told y'all I have 3 white girlfriends. I had a white guy friend. He is no longer my friend. I no longer see him as a friend. I had some cool Asian and white clients. Trump supporter, I draw the line at you people not seeing their humanity and seeing all people as human. So, yeah. People not showing up to vote is how we get judges on the bench to make sentences as such. That's the long and the short of it. It is very frustrating. It's very upsetting. I am married to a black man. I am raising a black male. And even with my daughter, girls aren't safe either as it relates to being in white spaces. So, circling back around to the beginning of the show, there are some pieces about white history that get showcased and pieces about world history that include black people get left out of the books. And as black people, I know making money makes life comfortable, but at some point we put making money at the forefront without making sure everybody was informed. And we also made a collective decision to say that things were better if they were whiter. And we've got to make some better choices and better decisions as that is concerned. I know everybody wants the best for their kids. But what we consider what best is versus as it relates to race and color and affluence is weird. It needs to be revisited. Because money is cool, but money is not always protection, especially for people who are black. And not just black in the United States, black across the world. The unfortunate reality, though, some of us thought that making more and acquiring more made us better people. Some of you are awful and are getting worse and worse and worse. You are becoming the fat dragons that are going to get trapped because you've been so greedy. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Today is a WDSU first warning weather alert day. A flood watch is in effect for the North Shore through Wednesday morning. Across southeast Louisiana and Mississippi, we could see 3 to 6 inches, with some spots possibly seeing more than 10 inches, which is the worst case scenario. Temperatures expected to be 86 to 91 today and the mid-80s on Tuesday. Rain chances lessen by the end of the week. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
On Auto Trends with JeffCars.com, here's a snippet of some of what we cover. GPS pioneer Gladys West.
We worked long hours computing trajectory orbits and satellite orbits, trying to get the data and everything correct enough.
Auto analyst Mark Bland.
14 new vehicle deals that happen in this country out of every 100 that women don't have a fingerprint on.
To tune in, check out Auto Trends with JeffCars.com, Saturdays at 4 p.m. on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
Climate Hope NOLA presents this month's climate keyword, adaptation. Climate adaptation means preparing our communities for stronger storms, hotter days, flooding, and rising water. That means planting trees, restoring wetlands, protecting homes, and helping families recover stronger after disasters. In New Orleans, resilience is part of who we are and how we survive. Learn more, stay informed, and take action with Climate Hope NOLA. Visit Team Hope NOLA on Instagram to learn more.
Step back in time and experience the moments that shaped our world at the National World War II Museum, located in the heart of the Warehouse District in New Orleans. This world-renowned museum brings history to life, telling America's story in the war that changed everything, why it was fought, how it was won, and what it means today. From immersive exhibits to powerful personal stories, this is more than a museum. It's an experience. Plan your visit today at nationalww2museum.org. World War II Museum, where history lives.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared with a little bit of Tina Marie, Young Love. I think that's the name of the song. You know, we just give a name based on a chorus. It'd be like, no, that's not the name. That's just the chorus. I was like, well, it sounds good to me. Okay. Hey, y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on? I am looking in the comments. Yes. Listen, Earl, Josh, y'all are like where I am. You said they can take your money and your freedom in the blink of an eye. Josh said, if best for my kids is sending them to institutions that will ruin them psychologically for life, I'll pass. Now, listen, I grew up in a white neighborhood. My neighbors to the right were white. On the left of us was the only other black family on our block. Everybody else was white. Across the street, down the street, around the corner, all of that, right? Because I lived in that neighborhood, but I went to school at William T. France in the Ninth Ward, I got to see all of the things, all of the walks of life. I also got to see and make some comparisons. You know, the assumption that all white people got money, even in our neighborhood, absolutely not. And to assume that certain kids, because they go to certain schools, that their parents don't have money is insane. It's insane. And somewhere along the way, wealth ended up being the thing that makes a person good or bad. And it shows how you defended Puffy. It shows how you defended Bill Cosby. Because they were black and they had money, they were supposed to get all of the benefit of the doubt when we knew very well that they were doing harm and causing harm against people who looked like us. And we just couldn't let it go. We couldn't get by it. We were not going to give it up. We were going to ride with him until the wheels fell off. And even by his own Bill Cosby's admission, he did it. So at what point when people say that they did it, that we stop trying to excuse their behavior? And as it relates to Carmelo Anthony, I feel like his sentences was ridiculous. I think it was a lot. Yes, loss of life needed to be considered, but just because it was a white life, he had to get that. I don't know. That white girl who killed that white girl who was a police officer killed that black guy in his own house didn't get that much time. So what are you talking about? What are you saying to me? And a lot of people who occupy the hotep spaces, y'all think more white than you would like to admit. Well, what about and what if? Yeah, y'all sound crazy. You sound crazy. Was that a misstep in action that was taken? I think so. I think he would even say so. But 2-on-1 fight ain't fair. And sometimes you start a fight and you don't get to walk away from it. Start a fight. Those boys started a fight with Carmelo because they didn't want him standing underneath the tent. And yeah, he had a weapon, which was a knife for his cleats. Because I got somebody in there fighting for their life in the comments. Grow up, sir. If you ever ran track or you know somebody play football, listen. You have stuff to get the gunk out of your spikes in your shoes. I'm not even an athlete outside, and I know that. So I need some of you hoteps to figure out which side of the fence are you on. And yes, taking somebody's life should be punished. But again, that white girl in the same state of Texas who shot Botham Jean in his own house didn't get 35 years. And if y'all cool with still doing business and being in bed with these kind of people, especially y'all who procreate with white people, is weird. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Either you hate yourself or you hate the people that look like you and you're unwilling to do your part. But, we're going to continue to have conversations like that, like this, until we figure out how to get everybody on fair footing. And yeah, Cam, I don't think his actions were premeditated. He had a knife that was for his spikes. I don't think he came there in order to start a melee. Anyway, we'll talk a bit more about this on the other side, and we'll also start off with Movie Monday right here on the Front Porch. WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another open enrollment update. Who do I have on the line today?
Hi, you're speaking with Vanessa Scott of BSG of Louisiana.
Can you tell us a little bit about what is open enrollment?
The open enrollment period is for Medicare members that want to change from one plan to another.
Why is open enrollment so important?
Because a lot of people missed out on the annual enrollment period, so they need to have a one-on-one review.
And if you have questions or concerns about your Medicare plans, what should you do?
You just pick up the phone, call 504-621-3687. We even come out to your house. Zero cost to them.
Get with BSG of Louisiana for your Medicare review.
For church groups, senior communities, or disability organizations, call 504-621-3687. We are an independent insurance agency providing information about Medicare-related insurance plans. We are not connected or endorsed by Medicare or the U.S. government.
I'm Misty Jordan with BIN News. Now, a dozen people are dead after a plane carrying skydivers crashed in Missouri. According to the Missouri State Highway Patrol, the plane went down near the Butler Memorial Airport. Airport officials said the aircraft apparently lost power and may have been trying to land on a nearby highway when it crashed. President Trump is congratulating the NBA champion New York Knicks. The Knicks won the title after beating the Spurs 94-90 in Game 5. And someone called 911 to report two preteens selling lemonade on a corner in Kansas City. When officers arrived, they spent hundreds of dollars supporting the young entrepreneurs. Perez and Jaquel Reese are excited and making plans on how they'll spend their money.
Like help the homeless and buy me a new e-bike, because that has been my dream since I was little. Use the money for my nephew and niece to buy them diapers and stuff.
Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. It is Movie Monday, and we're going to be getting started with that in a few. But yeah, listen. This conversation about how we still give people slides is, I don't know, it's weird to me because I don't know, my pattern recognitions, once I see you move a certain kind of way, I'm not mad at you, but I'm pushing you away from me. And I don't understand how we are expected to be so forgiving. We, meaning Black people, and also we, meaning women, are expected to be so forgiving while everybody else is telling us, we don't give a damn what you want. We're going to go with it. So the fact that people are saying enough is enough, like we're supposed to forgive that. I mean, forgiveness has been the road that we've taken for a long time. Not me, y'all. But yeah, I get over stuff. I don't actually think I know how to forgive people. I know how to move past things. I know how to adjust how I move with you if I want to still be in community with you, which will still be a far community. And if it gets to the point that I just absolutely want you removed from me, I don't see you anymore. Like, you're dead to me. I don't know how this you make peace with it and give room for people to do it again. I think that's what my issue is with the whole turn the other cheek and let things slide, because I'm giving you the opportunity to do it to me again. I need you to know that if you do it again, harm will come back to you. So, yeah. How is it when they attack us and we defend ourselves, it's murder. But when they kill us, it's standing their ground. Exactly. And it is unfortunate that he lost his life. I don't really want to cast death on anybody, even though our president is passing everything but away. I don't want to cast death on anybody. I don't embody that. However, I do have questions for people who keep letting people do the same thing to you over and over again. It's weird. It's very, very weird. It was clearly self-defense, in your opinion, Mark. He would have stabbed that other young man several times. He definitely didn't intend to kill anyone. And if they would have killed Carmelo, them white thugs would have walked free or without a lot of jail time. And that's the piece. That's the piece that I don't. Yeah, I mean, two of y'all, it was a 2-on-1 fight. He had his knife. It is what it is. Like, I'm sorry somebody had to die. Or that I'm sorry that somebody did die. Am I sorry for the actions that young man took to keep himself from dying? No, I'm not sorry. I don't feel bad about that. I don't feel bad about that. Stop putting your hands on people. Stop bringing other people into your drama. There are conflicts that I have with people all the time, and I don't bring nobody else into it. Now, if you are a person who is a person of note and you try to fight me in private, we're gonna fight in public. I'm gonna expose for every elitist, every I'm above all the things. I'm connected to white people. I am going to drag you publicly, because you can't be posting Bible scriptures on your social media and then telling people they don't want to F with you. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's going to be a fight in the public. However, keep your hands off of people. And that goes for all genders. Women, stop hitting people. Men, don't hit people. Because everybody's response is not going to be to run away and cry. Some people are armed. Keep your hands to yourself. That's like one of the things you learn in kindergarten. Jared, did Miss Lacer teach you in kindergarten not to be touching people and hitting people? At 5, right? So at 25, 35, 45, 55, keep your hands off people. Because there's another story about this lady. I don't remember where she was. I think she was 75, 77 years old. And she went into a coffee shop, and her order was wrong. And she went in and slapped or like punched one of the teenage employees. And now that lady dead. 75-year-old woman Anita Ann Grayson died after a physical altercation with an employee at Tim Hortons in Fort Wayne, Indiana. The fatal incident occurred May 13, 2026, following a dispute over a drive-through order. Okay, you got your order wrong. My order has been made wrong twice this week. I told them people, I said, this is my second time coming here to get my order fixed. Make 2 of them. Because the gas I done ran over here twice. No, make 2 of them. Wasn't no cussing out, wasn't no throwing stuff. That's ridiculous. But the lady, Miss Grayson, entered the coffee shop to complain about the drive-through order and began berating a teenage employee. Some old people really do too much. And this lady at 75, listen, it was too much. You went in there talking crazy to this child, and another person stepped in. Now, the lady who went into the store is a black woman, black, older, heavyset woman in there going on, cutting up over coffee. The shift leader stepped in between to separate the two, which led to a physical fight between Miss Grayson and the employee on the floor. Ma'am, you are 75. Why are you fighting with young people younger than you? That's just like talking to blind people. Why are you fighting people who can see? The outcome, following the fight, Miss Grayson sat down to talk on the phone, laid down on the floor, and became unresponsive. She was taken to a hospital where she was pronounced deceased. Again, keep your hands off of people. They got your coffee wrong. Get the new coffee. Be mad because you might be late, running behind. I get all of that. But that you're going to put your hands on people? And I do mean everybody, keep your hands to yourself. Regardless of your race, your gender. Keep your hands off of people. That's assault. And it could end up with you losing your life. Don't do that. Josh said, you hit the wrong person, you'll get that coffee with a side of rest in peace. She did get her side of rest in peace. That lady gone. She went good night. Keep your hands off of people. And after a certain age, you shouldn't be hitting kids. Because that's assault. Because some parents just be getting their rocks off because they able to pop kids or bully them into submission. Rethink your physical involvement with people before you start popping and wanting to ball your fist and whatnot. I know some people just roll their eyes, but yeah, it's assault, especially if your kids are adults. That's an adult hitting another adult, regardless of what financial opportunities you're providing for them. Period. In the story. You got that first movie clip queued up? All right, y'all. It is Movie Monday. Y'all know how this goes. You listen to the movie clip and call us and let us know from where that movie clip was derived. And if you have heard enough, you can let us know the theme of today's Movie Monday. And the number here is 504-582-9422. And here's our clip. If you'd like to hear it, here it goes.
You're not a sir. Or are you a madam?
Well, 504-582-9422. Well, that's a question that I think some people were asking all Pride weekend. All Pride parade. Are you a madam? I don't know. It was a lot of sights out this week. I didn't even do the whole parade. I got caught in the traffic going to get CJ. So I got to see some people ride and walk by. It was some sights. It really, really were some sights. It was hilarious to see. 504-582-9422. Hello, Pam.
Hello, babe.
Hi.
I'm going to try.
Okay.
That sounded like Graylin to me. So, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen all his movies, but was that Coach Carter? Oh, yeah.
You want to take a guess at the theme?
No, thank you. Not right now, babe. I'm going to keep listening.
You got it. All right. There we go.
Okay.
Talk to you later. All right.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, that was out the gate. We're starting off good, starting off great. We're going to get that next movie clip queued up. I know we had a couple of callers who were calling to get an answer. What up, Josh?
That's Coach Carter right there.
Yeah. Pam got it. She was happy on. She was on the dial hard. She called right up.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, that is Coach Carter.
You can ask those type of questions. You still got to ask those type of questions nowadays.
You said what now?
So you still got to ask those kind of questions nowadays. Are you sir or madam?
You do, because based on their appearance doesn't automatically tell you what their identity is.
No, you can't call it. You can't call it like you used to. So now you got to ask, maybe I can see your birth certificate.
Well, even in the past, calling it wouldn't necessarily be right.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes it was. Sometimes they didn't have all the things they got now to really mask themselves. But I
They
tell you what, if I
had
was a
it.
youngster,
We just were not paying attention to those people. We were not looking at them
yeah.
people. Let me run somebody by you. You remember Peaches?
Who?
Peaches, the record store.
The record store Peaches, yeah.
You remember Lewis?
Nope.
Well, Lewis goes by a different name now. It was in our face. We
Oh.
just didn't mind people's business.
Yeah, and the lines wasn't blurred, and people stayed in their own little section. No one.
The lines were blurred. We just minded our business. We didn't get into the weeds of what people were doing.
Yeah, I can speak for myself. I pretty much stayed the way. I'm like, yo, that's them folks' world. That's not my world. So that's why I didn't really trip on it. Whatever they do over there, that's them people, man. Leave them folks alone.
But they
That's
did.
what I mean by line
But that's
wasn't
the
blurred.
thing. What I'm saying, Josh. We knew people who were transgender before we even knew what transgender were. We saw them. We went to high school with them. We went to middle school with them. They went to church with us, and we minded our business.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have, so hey, you have on a dress today. Why? It was like, you got on a dress today. All right. What time is first period? Are we late? It's whatever. We didn't get into that. We minded our business. And I don't know where this obsession with minding other people's body parts has come from.
It's a fear.
Oh,
Just like
what?
you got racial fear. It's a fear. That's all it is. They're afraid that maybe they think it's contagious.
The gag is, if you got it, you been had it. You was born with it. Nobody passed it to you.
That boy said, "You been had it." No, yeah, she's right. You
been had it.
You got it. You been had it.
Yeah,
you been it.
It wasn't nothing that anybody. You didn't rub a magic lamp. You didn't drink behind nobody. There was no special drug. There was no gay in the fentanyl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already had it in you.
That's already you, and that's fine. And every time we find out about somebody who's heavily protesting against it, we find out that they just thought that deflecting was going to take our eyes. Like, we can't watch two things at the same time.
But the ones who go hard against them, yeah, you just mad at yourself because you gay too and you don't want to admit it. Other than that,
it's fine either way. Again,
mind your business, bro.
It's not our business. Be safe.
That's it.
Ask for permission and get consent. Outside of that,
ask questions.
And
but
don't let it be no
too,
child.
If you are transsexual and you try and trick these people, it's a dangerous game now. Tell these people the truth.
But Josh, this is one thing that I gotta say. I hang in a lot of queer spaces, and while a lot of the trans women, many of them look like dolls, they're gorgeous. You still can tell. There's no tricking in that. There's a liar trying to pretend as if they were not dealing with a trans person.
But I don't know now. If you go out, you out clubbing, and you're in a space where you think it's heterosexual women and men in there. One or two, man. There's stories about how some have been tricked.
And again, I tell you, they are trick and lie because you can tell. You know what I'm saying? Or at least there's a question. Even after a few drinks in, you're like, huh. That is probably where you should pause if you had any questions. But if you go along, you already know what it was, and you're a liar.
Mm-hmm. I never had that.
Exactly.
They have to try to figure it out.
Exactly.
But once again, I'm just saying, I've heard stories about how
they were
some
lying.
dudes been tricked and they clicked out and killed them people. So
yes,
don't trick nobody.
They went to kill them because now it's been confirmed that they like queer people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they get angry and start killing people. But in all honesty, with all the dudes, because if somebody ever asked me, I don't like all that gay stuff. Nobody's ever asked you. You stink.
Yeah, that's not my business.
Nobody's ever asked you. That's just like the girl, the head cheerleader at school. She never liked you. That's like what you said, that boy named Slim Thug. That lady was never interested in you. This was all in your mind.
Yeah, for some reason he think every chick in Texas should be his girl. But I think he claimed Beyonce too at one point.
Yuck.
Yeah, but man, you real delusional on that.
Yeah, very delusional. Just like the straights who think that the gays all want them.
Yeah. Hey man.
Delusional.
Just like I said, leave them folks alone, Boosie.
My God.
If not, just go over that bomb. You know you want to. Go over that bomb, man.
I feel like Boosie had an experience when he was in jail, allegedly.
Probably.
This is not even real. But I feel as if he did, and because he didn't take advantage of it, like gay people gonna be on his mind forever and ever and ever.
I don't know why it goes so hard against him. Especially when one of your kids are one of them. Like my son, he say one of his friends are gay. Is gay. So yeah, we are gay partners, but we still cool with him and stuff like that. I'm like, you know what, son? I'm proud of you. You're way more progressive than I was at your age.
Because what are we mad about? Like, why are we not talking to you no more because you're doing something else? If anything, that's less competition.
That's how I look at it now and say, bruh, some of these dudes, you happy they're gay. Some of these cats be well put together.
Exactly.
You're like, yo, I'm happy you like dudes, bruh, because I can't beat you.
In addition to that, you might lose your girlfriend to that queer person because they're gonna style her up nicely. And be honest about, yes, baby, that does make you look fat. You know, hey, listen. Yeah.
I wish we could say that. We can't say that.
You actually can, but you gotta say it with love and not in the midst of a fight. You can't say it in the midst of a fight because then you might lose your life.
Well, it don't bother me because the women I date now got bellies anyway, so I could, it comes with territory. Does this make me look fat? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We all who we are.
You are awful.
We all we are. I'm just saying, I'm not about to play these games with you. You know what this does. Can you see your feet when you stand up? Then yes, it does. It does. Everything make you look fat. Know what make you really look fat? The stomach make you look fat.
Does it? I thought dudes like the pooch.
I do. Like I said, don't ask me that question. I'm with you, right? So why are you worrying about it?
Okay.
Why are you worrying about it? Like, so I don't understand these questions. It's setups.
So it's a compliment and an insult all in one.
Yeah, it's very, very.
I hate that so much. Well, anyhow, Josh, we gotta take this break.
All right.
All right. See you later. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Kubel, and here are your headlines for you. This morning, a woman is recovering after being shot in the French Quarter. Police say that this happened around 4:30 on Sunday morning at the intersection of Iberville and Royal. She was rushed to the hospital by EMS. No word on her condition this morning or a motive. A man accused in a shooting that killed a waiter outside a popular New Orleans restaurant will be in court this morning. Kyron Fazand is accused of killing Hilbert Walker III outside a Mandina's restaurant in 2023. He was booked on second-degree murder, attempted second-degree murder, and aggravated battery. That shooting took place while the Mid-City restaurant was open and had customers jumping to the floor for cover. A woman visiting from Chicago was injured by a stray bullet while she was dining inside. Fazand is expected in court at 9 a.m. And French Quarter businesses say that they are pursuing legal action now against the Sewage and Water Board. They say the construction on Decatur Street made a detrimental impact to their profits. According to
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal is partnering with a tech wonderland right in the middle of New York City. It's called Tomorrow, stylized as TM:RW. And it's designed to showcase the tech and innovation of the future.
Robots, dog robots, holograms, headphones, glasses, meta glasses, just, it's a beautiful place to be. And I think if you're ever in Times Square, you should definitely check it out.
In this conversation on Bloomberg, Shaq explained why he decided to throw his money behind the Times Square-based store.
Well, I always invest in things that I first believe in and, things that are going to change people's lives. This is something that, it's not really a lot of competition out there. And I know once people come inside the store, they will love what they see and they will fall in love with what they see.
Stop by and you might even see Shaq himself, or maybe even a hologram of him.
A beautiful, sexy hologram. It's a hologram, a beautiful, sexy hologram.
I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
It's deck days at Lowe's, and the savings are stacked. Right now, pros get 15% off all in-stock composite decking from top brands like Trex, TimberTech, and Decorators. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt tool. The deck's stacked in your favor with brands pros trust. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey family, Ryan Richardson here from Conversations with Ryan Richardson. Join me this Saturday live 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WBOK 1230 AM, streaming worldwide on WBOK1230.com as I welcome community organization, the HIV Prevention Mobsters. They'll be joining me to discuss the recent cuts to many HIV programs here in Louisiana that help patients get medical services and many other benefits when it comes to their overall health. This will be a very informative interview. Please tune in, and thanks for your continued love and support. And remember, healing and recovery start with you.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana communities through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation, please visit us at www.jazzandheritage.org.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. On this Movie Monday, we have had one movie played already. Do we have a second one? All right, we do have a second movie, and we're also still looking for the theme. We've gotten the first movie. Miss Pam called in and gave us our first movie. The number here is 504-582-9422, and we have the next clip ready. If you'd like to hear it, here it go.
Look, do not hurt him. Do you know how valuable he is to me?
504-582-9422 is the number. My goodness, it is Movie Monday. It is Monday, June 15th. It's halfway in June already. Dang. Where has the time gone? We were just talking about my birthday. Then I was saying I was tired, ready for my birthday to be over. And now it's June 15th. That was over a month ago. What? Wow. It's been going by very fast. 504-582-9422. Hey, Pam.
Hey, Precious. I would like to try again.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm kind of feeling a certain kind of way. I have two things, but I can only say one.
Yes. And you can call back.
No, I'm going to go with, is that movie Like Mike?
Like Mike?
Yes. What?
Two in a row.
Can I guess the theme? Can I guess the theme?
You can.
Movies about basketball players?
Movies about basketball players. There you go. All right.
I am too doggone done. Lottery ticket, I'm coming.
Well, there you go. Go and get you a lottery ticket.
All right, baby. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Have a good one. It is.
All right. Bye.
It is Movie Monday. We've got the theme. We've got the movie. We got another movie coming up. I know. And basketball. Movies with basketball are what's today's theme? What happened with the sports? Are we still doing the sports or are we done with sports? Is the finals done? Did the Knicks win? Are we finished? All right, good. The last time the Knicks won, the president resigned in shame. I hope this comes around again. I do. I hope history repeats itself. My God. Yes. Oh, Cam, you didn't see those? You didn't see Coach Carter? Huh. Yeah, well, Coach Carter was the one. Ashanti was in Coach Carter. I remember her in that. She doesn't act well either. My God. And let's see. What was the second movie? It was Like Mike. You didn't see Like Mike? Well, I can see you not seeing Like Mike, because Like Mike was like a teeny bopper movie in the 90s. And I remember getting that. That was one of my rentals from Blockbuster when I worked at Blockbuster. So yeah, I can see that, Cam, for sure. Yeah, Gracie, it is about to be Christmas holidays. Time is flying. Don't skip Thanksgiving. I need that week of being around family to know whether or not I'm going to be able to manage it for the 2 weeks. So yeah, Thanksgiving, then Christmas, my God. And then we still got Labor Day. It's a lot of stuff. We're always celebrating stuff. And then the Carnival Cruise are announcing their kings and queens and courts. And yeah, a lot going on, you guys. Am I the only one feeling overwhelmed, or are y'all feeling it too? In addition to the fact that they had that fight thingy on the lawn of the White House. Are we not embarrassed yet? And this weirdo said that the forever first lady was a man. But are you a man, sir? You look like a girl. It's a lot. It's a lot. I really, really am disappointed in how the things are devolving. But such is life. This is where we are. Cam says it's been too long for Coach Carter, and you didn't see like Mike. You were yeah. That's what I was saying. It was in the '90s. I could see you having a real job and stuff. I was 17 working at Blockbuster, and I remember watching it because I thought Bow Wow and his music was so cool at the time. I have different thoughts now. But anyway, yeah. Shout out to Pam to getting the theme and the movies, all three. She had what is that called? A triple play in baseball? When you do all three of them? Look at me, sports. Yay. Uh that was a hell of a hot mess, Cam. I don't even know what else to call it other than a hot mess. And also, all the black fighters lost. Y'all paid attention to that? I don't know if they got paid to take a fall, but all the black fighters lost. Did I watch it? No, I read about it and begrudgingly so because I thought it was a hot, stinky pile of bovine excrement. But yeah, this is the state of America. Are we not embarrassed yet? Because I am a lot embarrassed. This was not something to see, but it was like sad. Like really sad. The hat trick in baseball is called doing three, Josh. Isn't when you put three people out, that's called a triple? Is that not what a triple is?
Say it again.
If you get people either to make all three bases or to strike three people out, isn't that called a triple? One of those is a triple.
It sounded correct to me.
That's what it sounds
But
like to me. But the hat trick, I do understand what a hat trick is, but was I wrong in the analogy? I don't sports, so I could be wrong. But if I'm right, I want to know that too. 504-582-9422. Yes, Jackie Wilmore. Juneteenth is Friday, and we will not be here. We hope that you all are planning to have some much needed time with your families, as we will be doing the same on Juneteenth. We will not be here, and I haven't gotten any notice that I will be hosting anything. Of course, if that changes, I'll let you guys know. But as of now, I plan to be barbecuing, laying around, and mooing and eating, just like I do in my finest dreams, eating and taking naps. Jackie says, let's see what happened. Since y'all were running around with all that green on, talking about Happy St. Patrick's Day, I'm expecting that same energy for Juneteenth. Well, Josh, as for me in my house, we celebrate Juneteenth every year and have been doing so for a long time. I don't have friends who did St. Patrick's Day, so I don't really know. I know people who did St. Patrick's Day, but I don't have friends who did St. Patrick's Day, if that helps. Yeah. And expecting that same energy from people who've never shown you that, don't be surprised. And don't be aggravated when you see it. Don't be surprised and don't be aggravated when you see it. People are going to do exactly what they're going to do. All right. Hat trick is hitting a double, a triple, and a home run. Triple is getting three people out all at one time. Okay, so then I was right on at least one part of my answer. Thank you. Acknowledge me when I'm right. Thank you. Oh, Miss Joyce, your birthday is Friday. Well, happy early birthday. We'll have to do a little bit of celebrating you on Thursday because, again, we will be out on this coming Friday. And I'm kind of excited about that because I have been going and going and going, and I'm tired. And I know y'all hear me talk about how tired I am all the time, but no, it literally is on me like I'm tired. I'm noticing that my temper is getting shorter. I am noticing, and I know it does, some of that has to do with the perimenopause, but when I don't get enough rest, I go from loving people to not liking anybody. And I just want to be in a dark room, sitting alone by myself. And that's coming. That might be my my thing to do. Yeah, that might be my thing to do on Juneteenth. I'm still gonna go outside and eat, but that might be the thing that I do on Juneteenth. There's a lot of Juneteenth celebrations. We're gonna get some people on to talk about it. I heard that some people needed needed to have some awareness about Juneteenth. That happens everywhere. I mean, we'll get to that. I'm gonna take this quick break. You're listening to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Today is a WDSU first warning weather alert day. A flood watch is in effect for the North Shore through Wednesday morning. Across southeast Louisiana and Mississippi, we could see 3 to 6 inches, with some spots possibly seeing more than 10 inches, which is the worst case scenario. Temperatures expected to be 86 to 91 today and the mid-80s on Tuesday. Rain chances lessened by the end of the week. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
It's off the top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
Let's talk about the explosive controversy erupting at CBS News. Specifically, the turmoil erupting at 60 Minutes, considered the golden standard of journalistic integrity. The iconic news magazine has been on the air for 57 years. The trouble started when media mogul David Ellison, an ally of President Donald Trump, gained control of CBS. Ellison brought in Barry Weiss, who has no broadcast news experience, as chief news editor. Weiss immediately troubled the network waters, creating friction among the staff, firing or failing to renew the contracts of several veteran correspondents. Weiss turned the boat completely over when she hired another non-broadcast news person to head the 60 Minutes news magazine. Now, that would be tantamount to putting me, a broadcast journalist with no experience in print, in charge of editorial content at the newspaper. Well, that silly move was the last straw for veteran newsman Scott Pelley. He blasted Weiss, accusing her of trying to kill the program. Pelley was immediately fired for his blunt observation, creating even more tension at the network. And Weiss was already taking heat for allegedly attempting to slant the news to appease the Trump administration. By now, you're probably wondering, why in the hell should this be of interest to you? As I see it, what's occurring at CBS News is a microcosm of what's taking place in media overall. Ask yourself this question: who controls your information? The media has consolidated into only a handful of voracious, profit-driven owners, primarily with a bottom-line interest. This is exactly what legendary CBS News President Fred Friendly warned us about way back in the late 60s. The narrowing of news ownership would potentially lead to corporate news prioritizing profit over public service, dangerously leading to the reduction of independent journalistic voices. So here we are today, where media in the United States are now controlled by just 6 major companies. These conglomerates own information distribution platforms that run the gamut from broadcast, print, to social media networks. Compare that to 1983, where media in the U.S. were controlled by 50 companies. It was Thomas Jefferson who considered a free press to be a vital pillar of democracy. At this point in our history, sadly, it appears that the press and democracy are both in jeopardy. This is Norman Robinson, Off the Top.
Hey, this is D. Riley from the 90s Hits R&B Jams. Make sure you listen to WBOK 1230 AM every Saturday night from 7 until 9 p.m. I'll be giving you the best R&B jams from the 90s. That's right, all your favorites and more. With me, D. Riley, your host of the 90s Hits, right here on WBOK 1230 AM, or listen online at WBOK1230.com. WBOK, the station you listen to longer.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
When it comes to family planning, should you go with a will or a trust?
A will is like leaving instructions to the court. It tells them who gets what, but your family still has to go through a succession, which can be costly and time-consuming.
A trust, on the other hand, avoids court altogether. So when the time comes, everything transfers smoothly to your loved ones.
It's a little more work up front, but way less hassle and expense later. Plan smart, save time, and take care of your family.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
Interest rates and inflation are out of control. Is your credit card debt also out of control? It's time to resolve your debt and take back control for a lot less than what you owe. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called, and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
It really was amazing, and now we're back in control.
Call now, and we'll show you how easy it is to fix your debt. The call and consultation are free. Call Debt Fix Pros right now at 800-311-5977. That's 800-311-5977. 800-311-5977. This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal is partnering with a tech wonderland right in the middle of New York City. It's called Tomorrow, stylized as TM:RW. And it's designed to showcase the tech and innovation of the future.
Robots, dog robots, holograms, headphones, glasses, meta glasses. Just, it's a beautiful place to be. And I think if you're ever in Times Square, you should definitely check it out.
In this conversation on Bloomberg, Shaq explained why he decided to throw his money behind the Times Square-based store.
Well, I always invest in things that I first believe in and, things that are going to change people's lives. This is something that, it's not really a lot of competition out there. And I know once people come inside the store, they will love what they see and they will fall in love with what they see.
Stop by and you might even see Shaq himself, or maybe even a hologram of him.
A beautiful, sexy hologram. It's a hologram, a beautiful, sexy hologram.
I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
It's deck days at Lowe's, and the savings are stacked. Right now, pros get 15% off all in-stock composite decking from top brands like Trex, TimberTech, and Decorators. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt tool. The deck's stacked in your favor with brands pros trust. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Trying to grow your business or increase traffic to your location? We can help. WBOK 1230 AM has a number of solutions that will meet your individual needs. Give one of our consultants a call today at 504-582-9420 or email us at info@wbok1230.com. And remember, an investment with WBOK is an investment in our community. Call today.
what New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. And before we take this final caller on the front porch, I want to share with you all some things. I told you I've been sitting with myself trying to figure out some things that I want to change and some things that I don't want to change. And we talked about forgiveness and the fact that I don't really think that I forgive. I just get over stuff. But I found something that says I don't really forgive and forget. I need to understand why and go overboard, hyper-analyzing people's unacceptable behavior, find logical reasons, excuses, or unseen factors, and then decide how far I'm going to take it. That is literally how I process people who cause harm. If you've ever thought that I did too much, just know that was the third draft. Literally that. It was the third draft. 504-582-9422. Hello, Jonathan.
Hi, how you doing, Kimber?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. A couple of things. You were talking about the hat trick reference.
Yes.
That actually, that's a reference from the sport of cricket.
Cricket?
Okay, that's where it originated. Cricket, yes. That's what it originated from. So when you drew something consecutively, 3 in a row, in other words, a player does something, it was called a hat trick. Now, it became more popular with us here in the United States because we've always heard it with hockey. It was more popular with hockey. Let's say a guy scored 3 goals. They called it a hat trick. But you hear it in other sports now, but cricket is where it originated from. It became more popular with hockey. I rarely hear it in baseball. Now, you was talking about baseball. I've never really heard it in baseball. I've heard the Triple Crown in baseball. But I don't know. I could be that you heard it. So, but I was just pointing out that it became popular with cricket or popular with hockey, but it originated with cricket.
That's pretty cool. Well, thank you for that. I did not know where the hat trick, I had heard the term, but yes. Yeah. Thank you for clarifying
It's used all the time in sports. But it's mostly related to hockey. But they use it in other sports as well. But that's where it's more popular in hockey. And it originated with cricket, the sport of cricket, which we don't watch. I don't know too many people who watch a cricket match.
I watch it in person. I'm not watching it on TV because I'm not watching sports in general.
Yeah. And as far as you was talking about Ashanti as well.
Yes.
I think she gets a bad rap because remember there was a controversy maybe a few years ago. They were trying to compare her with like some of the old veteran R&Bs. And I thought it was unfair because when she came out around the time with the other younger R&B singers, and she was right in line with them.
Oh, no, she wasn't.
Hit songs.
Brandy and Monica sang her under the ground.
Say that again?
I said Monica and Brandy sang her under the ground. She was cute.
Yeah, they do.
She was cute and she was fine, but she cannot sing. I'm sorry.
No. But what I'm saying is she was just as popular as they were because of the collaborations that she did with people like Nelly and all of them.
She was the first lady of whatever their record company was with Murder Inc. Mm-hmm. She was the first lady with them, right. So they were able to have a front runner. Yeah, but she can't sing. Yeah. No.
Yeah. That's an opinion though. But like I said, I always thought she was cute, as most guys would.
Exactly
that. Kind of
yes. Exactly that. Well, thank you for that, like Jonathan. I appreciate
All right, have a good one, Kimber. Take care.
All right, have a good one. Hold on. Elwin, say hi and then bye.
Hi.
All right. We're going to talk to you later, okay?
Bye, Kim.
Bye, Elwin. Thank y'all for giving us 3 hours of your life that you will never get back, and also for contributing to the conversation that has been going on the front porch. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. Remember to practice random acts of kindness and do something nice for somebody else because it's a nice thing to do. Remember to take care of yourselves and each other, and we're going to see y'all on the flip. Bye.